The lasting legacy of a great project is how simply it sits in the landscape, how sympathetic it feels in its relationship to the world around it. When one comes here, there is a sense of genuine calm, and there is a very overwhelming sense of you being in the country and connecting with the place. I'm Sean Lockyer, Design Director of Sean Lockyer Architects, and we're sitting in Amaroo, a house that we completed northwest of Brisbane in the traditional lands of the Gubbi Gubbi and Jinnaburra people. This is a very special project for us. Our clients, Mark and Anne Webber, well known for their contribution to Australian motorsport, had a history with this site where they really wanted to create a special rural experience as an antidote to their otherwise very busy lives. The house, called Amaroo, references a beautiful place in the traditional language, and it also has particular meaning to them. One arrives at a gravel courtyard, and the entry to the house is effectively a front door that brings you into the mudroom, the functional heart of an acreage and rural home. That space is articulated with this beautiful timber ceiling where the lovely filtered light comes through and creates this indoor-outdoor experience, which is then heightened by the connection from that service pavilion to the main house, which is via a covered but external courtyard, and it brings you to the front door of the house itself. It's a relatively small house, only 350 square meters, and organized around a crucifix floor plan. That plan then creates an opportunity for zoning where the cars, the mudroom, and the guests occupy one wing, and it essentially leaves us with a one-bedroom pavilion. And even within that floor plate, the living area is then separated by the area we sit in now called the snug by a series of doors that allow us to compartmentalize the space and create intimacy and a real sense of connection to the individual elements that make this place so special. As a general strategy, we're trying to minimize the amount of materials in the home so that one's experience is not one of being overwhelmed by the choice of different forms of architecture and material. So using a limited palette of natural stones, rich textured timbers and concrete allowed us to then start to play with the form in a slightly more creative way. And the choice of stone in this house, which is an eco-outdoor Luca, which is a beautiful, rough, textured product. I have at my own home in Noosa, so it's a product that I've lived with and enjoyed. And when Mark and Anne came to my house and I showed them that product, not only did they identify with it, but they saw it as something really relevant to this place. In the bathrooms, we've used the Andorra stone, which is this beautifully grey, bluey brown product that's got open grain in it. And once again, we've used that on the floors, and then it wraps up into the wall areas. And the texture and grain that one gets with a material like that talks to the country. And ultimately, that's where we are. That's what we will celebrate. Being an acreage home, we have the luxury of a lot of space around us, and we don't have any neighbours, which means that we can open up the edges of the house in very special and very different ways. The main bedroom is very deliberately positioned on the eastern side of the house, articulated with a cantilever that allows the bedroom to just gently float above the landscape as it rolls down towards the creek. It's a wonderful opportunity to see the rising mist in the winter mornings and allows one to go out onto that edge and create a very direct connection to the place beyond. I've often said that the greatest successes that we have and the lasting memories are of the clients as much as the projects. And this project's no exception. Mark and Anne were just extraordinary clients, and having been a real privilege to get to meet them and know them as a car enthusiast myself, to be able to spend time with them has been something incredibly special. Gareth the builder, just the most extraordinary human and incredible contribution to what is here. And to Neva, Lucy and Ivy, who were the three amazing women who worked with me in the office on what we have now. It's left a lasting legacy of joy, of purpose, and a project that we're just incredibly proud of.